it would be really cool to see like big upsets happen here, even if I don't expect them.
But how many upsets can one team find in one bracket, man?
True.
It feels like all these lower sets for them have been upsets. I mean, keep the ball rolling. I don't mind. Uzi greeted over them. Gusta and Mystic over them is huge. All these sets really scrappy for them as well. So proving that they have the stamina to go to game 3s, game 5s, and pretty much all their sets in the bracket is huge for them. It's just when do you run out of that stamina? They've had a pretty decent amount of rest time at the very least. So, as long as the fingers stay warm, it should be good. But yeah, I kind of like that too. Like seeing newer players sneak farther up into top 8 is huge. And I certainly wouldn't mind seeing this team do well.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like even if they're out here at 5th, like they've done an amazing run. And no one can really take that away from them. And I will be interested to see if they can manage to get this match to be close, because a lot of their matches have been pretty close, right?
Yeah,
like they've had a lot of deciding games, especially against Gusta, Missy, and Uzi greeted. They both went down to last game sets, so we're really gonna see can they fight back and get to this game number 5 that we kind of I don't know, I maybe wouldn't expect it, but if it happens, it'll be super cool to see.
It'd be super cool indeed. Anything you look at in terms of teams for both of these sides?
So obviously, right, on one side you have the Shaggy Wonder Woman. You don't really have a weakness with that comp, to be honest. Like both of those characters are so fundamentally sound that it doesn't really happen. But for Jake and for Jake and Black Adam, you have these answers to the armor that teams can struggle with, right? Like you have this potential to kind of take away stocks early with the Jake bite setups and these offstage stairs that can get so deadly, these chain lightnings. So I really do think that it's possible for this team to kind of make a comeback and get that win that they kind of want.
All right, well, we'll set it now. Shirro and PoR0, Musty and Dorian. One side, tried and true. One side, making a name for themselves here this week. We'll get the job done. We'll find out. Game 1's on the way.
Yeah, already here you kind of see that more defensive setup, right? They're losing stage control, and now they're just kind of getting 1v1 or 2v1 really hard on both of them. Jake only at 18%, right? But again, once you start hitting these lightning grabs on both of them, you can really even that percent back up. Dorian kind of getting really good openings on them. The percent, honestly, I'm kind of shocked it's this close. They had such a good start, and I really felt like they would be able to maintain that. But good openings from both Dorian and Musty to really pull this back. But now Musty is in burnout off stage. It's so dangerous against a team like Shirro PoR0. And these nairs from Jake are going to do everything to send Shaggy off stage. But can they really secure these? Oh, the rage kick hits both of them. You really got to be dodging that, to be honest. But it's enough to get that kill on Dorian. Musty manages to live it though, right? So it's definitely possible to kind of get that lead back really fast.
Yeah. Well,
wow, that up throw killed that percent. That's crazy.
That checks out. It'll be Dorian and Burnout will chill for a moment. Musty just gonna walk forward with these nairs. And PoR0 off platform, kind of caught here. It's hard for Shirro to really do anything to help. Just so high percentage. Just gonna try to let their teammate figure it out for themselves. But it's been tricky for PoR0 so far off stage. Almost back. I wouldn't quite call him at a disadvantage yet.
Wow,
and that's Shirro gonna go down as well. That is tough.
Yeah, really good kill confirm from MustyNobody. They actually managed to make it pretty much all the way back. But the stock is answered on the other side in part. Black Adam in burnout. They can't really catch him. Does a really good job living this through this burnout. Wow, what a good parry on PoR0's side. But the bite on Shaggy could be everything. Oh no, but now you're in an edge guarding situation as Jake against Wonder Woman. Shaggy getting down aired over and over again. Gets the bite into the wall. Dorian follows it up with the down air. Oh my gosh, the Nair 2 is everything. Gets the tipper stare. He's off stage going for bite plays against Shirro. I think that was a massive overstep.
You only do that one time.
Yeah, you only do that one time in a set, but if you get caught out by that in a set, it's like... I mean, they're going to look at that game and go, we could have won that. That was so possible. They had such a good start. They maintained that momentum. They really had it at the end. They had them both off stage. But they kind of just got reversal there. Shirro getting that double Sarah onto Musty.
Yeah, it's that that scrap off stage with Shirro. Not to mention Shirro able to catch the dare earlier on Dorian because they were focusing so hard on PoR0 above him, which allowed Shirro to kind of come in and capitalize. Gotta be careful off stage against this team. You know, you make that mistake once. I say that because after the first time, you know better than to make it again. We'll see.
You get hit by one too many Wonder Woman stairs, and you're like, yeah, I can't contest this character. And then you just focus up your gameplay for the next one. It's just unfortunate that it happens. Dude, the MustyNobody up special setup.
And he's dead again.
Down air. I mean, he tried going for an up special into Sarah downwards cheese, but it sure managed to dodge it, right? But now you have another edge guarding situation. I think if you're the red team here, you really need to be landing these early kills with these offstage setups, especially against a team like Shaggy Wonder Woman. Oh my gosh, Shirro doing so much offstage. It really just feels like they can never really get a grip on where he is. Never get that momentum from him.
Oh my Shirro. Only thing on the menu right now is dares. Just getting fed them, it feels like. They are going to trade these two back, though. I was also going to mention this, the fact that red team, they look like they have such a good like ledge guard setup that they don't really need to chase off stage. And you see those two stocks come off of just that ledge guard.
Yeah, like their offstage and ledge guard gameplay is just so strong. You can lose stocks so early against it.
Oof.
I mean, both teams kind of even percents, right? Like they are like, you know, blue team only needs 1 kill, but I mean, they're all at around even percentages. Definitely possible on either side. All right. Here we kind of, oh my gosh, the Black Adam clap kills so early. Musty barely misses a bite that might have secured that game. And Dorian just doing so well to kind of win these ones. Musty isn't burnout though against PoR0 Shaggy off stage. This could be a game-ending moment, but nope, Musty manages to live that burnout. And I mean, PoR0 at 100%, and oh my gosh, Black Adam's are already at 80 himself.
And this is a hard 1v1 too. Musty not allowed to come help his teammate. Finally gonna break free of the brick wall that was Shirro. Trying to keep him away here, but Dorian doesn't really want the smoke either, which is making this real awkward. It's gonna be damage off. Dorian thrown far. Musty and burnout here, having to try to fight Shirro still. This is gonna be so close. Both teams scrapping in the neutral. Not enough off the nair. PoR0 gonna charge rage off it. Honestly, just got gifted one. Early Christmas present. Can he convert off of this rage special though?
Oh my
Doesn't
gosh,
even need to.
I mean, yeah, really well played from Shirro. Lets PoR0 threaten that grounded option and then just covers the air super well. Really, really well done from them. I mean, just a clean game from them, right? It was, again, one of those things where it's like, it's kind of scary, but at the end of the day, right? They just managed to clutch it out and they managed to keep that consistency going. All right. Really, really good look for Shirro and PoR0 going into this game. Number 3, can they manage to get this set sweep here? Do Musty and Dorian manage to kind of clutch out one of these games that have been so close for them?
Now, are they out of steam? They've been so close to it. Looking good early, an early nair from Musty, just taking it straight to PoR0, letting Dorian try to do the work in the back line. Nothing picked up just yet, and now that combo will start to convert. It's 2 1v1s for the red team, clearly feeling confident and looking pretty solid when it comes to percentages early.
All right. I mean, yeah, once again, they have a pretty good start here. It's just, can they manage to live these burnouts? Because it feels like every time they're in burnout, they just end up taking so much damage. But, I mean, they're still, like, positionally in a pretty bad spot a lot of the time. Right here, right? They're baiting out option, then just punishing them so well. Oh, but the reversal doesn't manage to kill him, but Black Adam not in the best spot. Manages to get a reversal of his own onto Shirro. Shaggy got their charge off stage, but the lightning grab is everything. Yeah, forcing the punch there to get the jump, which leaves Dorian just the lightning grab and convert that one instead. I'm telling you, their ledge guard is so good if they use it together. And starting to realize they don't really need to push for that extra space nearly as much. Lightning grab just to stall. That means they got a chance to combo onto PoR0. They'll start to do just that. They're looking great early into game 3. Yeah, the Sarah into the jab from Musty into the down tilt to send them off stage was so smart. I've never seen a Jake really do that before. But it's so cool how, like, they're not getting greedy, right? They lost game 1 because they got a little greedy, but they're not letting these same mistakes happen. They're just doing really good positioning and then punishing like these Wonder Woman nairs, these Shaggy like Sares, and just trying to get as much percent without being too risky as they can. And it's working out so well for them here.
Good work to deny PoR0 that rage without having to commit too much into it. That'll make things a little more comfortable. PoR0 most likely going to get it here. They'll give it to him and trade for a stock. They weren't quite able to find what they were looking for. And a Shirro lightning grab on a both.
That's it.
That's enough to convert. It's just Shirro left standing.
Yeah, really, I mean, it's just such well played by them. When the bite doesn't save him, what? Okay, fun bug on this. If I'm Musty there, I'm a little annoyed. He got the bite that should have saved his teammate.
Still traded
wasn't enough though. But they're still in such a good spot, right?
Oh,
actually, I say that,
yeah,
but Dorian's at 75% already, but Musty managed to clean it up with an air. I mean, that was so good. They were in control that entire time. It got a little close at the end, right? But even like that second stock especially, where they were both kind of sitting at that right ledge, and just kind of getting as much as they could off, was so good for both of them. They just played super well.
Another close game. Takes it to 2-1. Musty and Dorian slowly finding their footing. It felt so dominant through the early stages of that game. Looking for that same sort of momentum. They really just took it to him, took some 1v1s and converted nicely. It's the reflect to kill Rage early. It does manage to repot from PoR0, so it's going to have that option early. We're doing a good job of kind of allowing that to just be pressure. This time they pop it early, and it starts that massive combo onto Dorian.
Oh my gosh, Dorian's at 90% already. He really only lost neutral once, but the damage and the advantage from Shirro and PoR0 were just so good. All right, and yeah, PoR0 managing to secure that first kill already, so good for them.
And Musty,
if I'm black,
yeah,
if I'm black Adam, I shouldn't be going. Sorry.
Oh, you're totally kidding. Oh, that bite is enough to convert. That's big from Musty. PoR0 at a 50% right here. So the red team slowly clawing back into this one. A couple more steps to get to even playing field, but not looking too rough.
Yeah, again, if I'm Dorian here, I think I need to slow it down a little bit, right? Like when they had, like they're doing it now, right? But when they had this great advantage, it was off the back of them playing slow and using these advantage positions off stage in order to really make a difference, as you see here. And they're right back in the game. I mean, that's a stock evened up, right? But they're going to have to probably kill MustyNobody again in order to make this comeback, or they're going to have to focus up and kill the Black Adam 3 times. Both of which are pretty hard to do if Dorian just stays patient here and lives for a long time.
I love the way they slowed this game down. The red team really just chilling, forcing him to try to come get some work onto Dorian. PoR0 exhausts the options, but is chilling nonetheless. Looking for that dare, and the up special combo didn't quite work out for them. And now things are looking rough if you're the red team. Dorian's starting to get put back into that combo loop again as well.
Yeah, Black Adam just takes so much damage from these team combos. But PoR0 on the other side is actually taking 70 damage already. And he's probably the one that's going to have to end up being the last one alive. 70% is probably a kill if you can get the right combo going for the red team, especially like any bite confirm. So they're in a pretty solid spot right now. Yeah, the kill onto Shirro sets them up really well here. But can they kill PoR0? He's at 100%, gonna have that rage. Is it enough to really secure this game?
PoR0 sent far, able to dodge a clap. No options left, and it's the second punch, dodged early and caught out nonetheless. It's 70% left for Dorian. A stock taken in a 2-2 series.
That's a game number 5. I was talking earlier. I didn't think it was really going to be that possible, but Musty and Dorian doing so well here. I'd argue that they even looked better game 1. That could probably be a 3-1 already if they won that first game. Like, this is such a close series, and honestly, Musty and Dorian are kind of picking up the momentum. They had a bad start that game, and they still managed to make it look so competitive on their end. And then going into game 5, like Shirro and PoR0 really just need to... Look, if I'm them, I'm going after Dorian 3 times. It might be hard, but I think that MustyNobody's doing such a good job in defensive gameplay, and I think Dorian's taking a lot of damage from their team combos. So I think if you just like focus up and go for Dorian pretty hard here, as they're kind of starting to do now, you can really make this series hard for Musty and Dorian.
Really bite onto Shirro, looking to turn that one around. Unfortunately, can't quite get connected with the teammate there, and now things looking dire off stage. Yeah. Instead, for Musty, does manage to get the bounce onto PoR0, forces the shield option out here, but it is looking like a slight blue team advantage as red team starts to work some 1v1s.
Dorian actually managing to get a little bit of damage onto PoR0 there, and they get the early kill onto Shirro as PoR0's charging. And wow, what a great parry from Musty. Oh my gosh, what an opening. They were kind of getting a little bit swept at the start, but it's really good gameplay from them. The dash attack with armor break actually enough to kind of stop these aggressive Shaggy plays and managing to last out that rage. They're in a really good spot in the opening of this game. They just need to kill PoR0 as fast as they can in order to confirm their advantage. All right. Black Adam looking for any kind of opening on them. PoR0 is in burnout, not going to be able to get anything. The MustyNobody side air, almost enough to do it, but not enough. Wow.
Good lightning grab there.
The lightning grab into the tipper Sarah from Jake is actually enough to secure that stock. And again, PoR0 just, once again, asked to do so much in this game to kind of live through everything.
Yeah, Shirro going to get caught by a punch there, trying to convert where they can. Is going to manage to pull one stock back. Dorian, got to be careful to keep dodge meter up here. Shirro forced away by the bite. Still managing to keep the stock up. The longer they can, the better potential they have at this one. It is down to just PoR0 now. That last stock has to be converted for this team, but fortunately, percentage is very low.
Yeah, PoR0's only at 4% right now. If I'm red team, I now don't really have a clear target. It's just whoever takes the most damage as fast as they can. And right now, Dorian is doing so well, getting these openings, and the upper end of Sarah is enough to do it. Wow, what a great... I mean, that was all off of a Dorian parry, right? The up tilt into the up air into the Sarah, just trading back and forth. So good from that team. I mean, that's an upset of all time. And to be honest, I think that Musty and Dorian looked like the better team. Like that wasn't like a random, you know, upset that like, oh, they got lucky a few times. That was we played consistently very well throughout that entire set, and they just looked like a really solid team there. And they're going to be moving into loser semis, a Jake Black Adam team in loser semis.